Welcome back to the Obi Wan Kenobi Episode 5 breakdown. Well, I've been saying I was going to do it, so let's get it done right now. As everyone can see, the Obi Wan Kenobi series has been a tale of different spins. It's always a different take on what people think, what they know, what they really don't know, and their plans of moving forward towards it. Now, as for me, I watched this play out and I said to myself, wow, this is interesting because the way this episode 4 it went, I started to say, okay, I'm seeing some promise here. I'm seeing a lot of promise and I'm liking it. Everything. Then something amazing happens. Episode 5 starts off after this monumental mistake that was made. When Obi-Wan goes back and retrieves Leia from the compound she was being kept. Now, as he retrieves her, Reva, who basically interrogates Leia, they show all of these different things that had transpired from old Jedi's and everything else. But at the Vader's dismiss, his displeasure or displeasing response, it goes to the fact that she reveals she put a tracking device and she tracked the actual, and bugged them and wherever Kenobi goes, and that she let them escape. So after this was done, she realized this is not going to work. The Vader relationship. But she wanted to be by Vader's side. She wanted to be Grand Inquisitor. Vader can see her intents and where she wanted to go and her ambition. So, as she does throughout this entire march, she's hunting down Kenobi. She wants to prove to Lord Vader he's out there. She's going to be the one to stop him. She wants to be Grand Inquisitor. Because Grand Inquisitor means that that person has access to Vader 24/7. Now, how she felt Vader would not see the fact that she was the one that stabbed the Grand Inquisitor, as she blamed Obi Wan Kenobi for doing that, and that Vader would not know. Well, let's just say in this episode, that all gets addressed. Everyone's concerns. So, going through this episode, you could see by it turning red, the little bug that she had has been corrupted by Reva, and it actually start doing more than that. It actually sabotages the interest point, as they have been discovered. The Empire's on their way, and they're basically kind of trapped in. And Vader is going to come there himself to get Obi-Wan, as Reva's already on the scene. Vader's on his way there. So Leia goes to open the door to let everyone out. They got to have some involvement with her. While she's doing that, Obi-Wan has been basically reborn almost. Like he's grown as a Jedi. Over the 10 years, he had basically shut himself off from the Force and only try to communicate when he can and talk with the Force, but he never really uses the Force. He's basically come a citizen where his only job is watching Luke, waiting for the moment where, okay, I need to start beginning his training. And instead of really observing the situation the way it is, he thinking this was his purpose. He works his meaningless job, get a little meat, a little food. He goes and cooks, and this is his system every day as he monitors Luke. So now he had no idea what was going on in the universe for the past 10 years, and didn't know that there were other Jedi's out there, and they were helping people escape the tyranny of the Empire. And what the Empire has actually been doing with Force sensitive children, and just taking them, some were wiped out immediately or harvest. And he started seeing other Jedi's that he knew were out there spreading hope, and that people were actually fighting back and rebelling with very limited resources. They were making it throughout the galaxy. So while all these things were happening, other, I would say, details were being rectified. A lot of details were being rectified. You have a lot of conditions that weren't met. As Reva comes down, she's breaking in. Obi-Wan's able to feel her and read her thoughts and read her mind, and can see that she's actually hunting Vader. So Obi-Wan knows and feels what he could actually pull off and accomplish. And the droid that saved him, and the person that actually marched in there to save Obi-Wan, and who was working for the Empire, and this is the way she wanted to repay it, sacrificed herself, and really didn't have to, because Obi-Wan ended up surrendering the whole time and says, I'm not letting you, I'm not, you're not bringing me to him, I'm bringing Vader to you, so that she could be the one to take him out. So he goes in there, and Vader wants Obi-Wan for himself. So Vader goes in there to chase after Obi-Wan, as Obi-Wan takes out the two guards, and Vader is on the attack. Vader's on the move. He's going in to get Obi-Wan. He grabs one of the one of the transports as it tries to pull off. He pulls it down with the Force. He rips half of the ship open using the Force so he can go on board. Now, that part and that scene lost a lot of impact because Rey did it in The Rise of Skywalker. We saw her grab a ship in midair, something that we hadn't seen a Jedi able to do. So it kind of took away from the ooh wow moment, because we said, oh, okay, yeah, because Rey did that. Now, as that was done, another transport takes off. The moment Vader does it, he doesn't now have the strength to grab that one now, because now he senses something is getting ready to happen. And sure enough, when he turns around, Reva turns on him and tries to take him out. She was very unsuccessful, as he doesn't even ignite his lightsaber and just uses the Force to block all of her attacks, as she comes at him angrily, trying to take him out. Then he takes her sword, breaks it in half, and gives it to her as he takes one of her swords, throws her the other one, as they have a duel. Vader bests her in the duel, takes her lightsaber from her as well, and tells her basically, like, you think I don't remember? You think I wouldn't see this coming? You think I don't know you? Then he stabs her, and then the Grand Inquisitor comes out. He's healthy. And she's still alive. She grabs the little hologram that was dropped by the fake Jedi, Dinesh. Man, that's a shout out for anybody that watched Silicon Valley. And basically, Organa, who's supposed to be in this very secretive mission, seems to be blurting everything out on this hologram. That I'm like, why would you be blurting all this out, telling Obi Wan what he already know? So now anybody who has this little message can know what's going on. So Reva finds this out, and she's still alive. As so is the Grand Inquisitor. Just goes to show you everybody can survive a torso to the lightsaber to the torso now. That doesn't have any impact anymore, as since Qui-Gon Jinn gonna be like, look, this some bull, because I died. Maul stabbed me. It was over. Now everybody survives. So basically, Vader's just a horrible assassin. So the Grand Inquisitor takes back his pen of being Grand Inquisitor, and Reva's in the dirt, and she now knows the secret as they're flying away on a transport, hoping to escape the Empire. And that ends episode 5. Now, where this is going, I just hope they don't have it where Reva puts that lightsaber up to Luke, because then that would dilute the entire storyline and I would be very pissed off. So, because then now you've already dancing around deal breakers, but I'm quite sure they got a bunch of people there that'll fix that problem. But anyway, I'm out. Love, peace, and hair grease.